Mrs. Deere, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your background and why you're here before me today?
I met Montel at this restaurant I used to work at, and he and I began to communicate. We were inseparable. Things were moving pretty fast. 3 months later, I found out I was pregnant. I was really unsure. I was contemplating whether or not to give our daughter up for adoption, so I moved home. Montel, he tried to keep in contact with me, but I was just really scared and I was unsure, so I would ignore him. And now we're here.
Now you're here. Is that pretty much what happened, Mr. Deere?
I tried to contact her. She didn't even answer my phone call now.
Well, what were you trying to accomplish with that?
I was just scared because I didn't know this man, and I was having a child with this man, and I didn't want another
And
child.
you panicked?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
What about before? What about the condom, the birth control, the stop, wait, pull it out, don't do it right there? What about that, bro? I get it. It's your body and your decisions. You got the right to do whatever you want to do. Hey, more power to you. But A always got to happen before B. And you was cool with all of that, knowing that you can get pregnant. And when he try to call you and see what's going on, yo, that's not cool, bro.
Have you tightened up your birth control game at all?
Yes, ma'am.
You too?
I got one child, that's it.
All right, but you know,
Yes, ma'am.
keep that group together.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, get away from you. Tell me what's gone wrong. You've only been married a year. Why are you here?
Because Judge Lynn Toller, Montel, let me tell you about this dude.
I'm scared now, right? You don't know what's going to happen.
Let me tell you about this man. I truly love this man with everything in me, but he has a problem of disappearing. He will disappear for days, and then when he finally does return, he'll act like nothing ever happened. And I really think Montel is also cheating, and I have messages between this girl and I through social media that I found out he was talking to. If I may, could I show you?
Nick, if you go get them for me. And while I'm getting those.
Just that.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Deere, why don't you tell me what you have to say about A, you're disappearing if you are, and if so, why? Okay. And B, are you doing something you're not supposed to be doing?
Okay, I disappear and go to my sister's house or my family friend's house just to get away. I get tired of the nagging. I work 10, 12 hours a day.
Okay.
And I be having to come home and cook. Adrian cannot cook. I gotta cook.
You work a 10-hour day.
10 to 12
You got
hours.
to come home and cook.
Correct.
Because she's been home all day.
Right. Sometimes,
with the children, no food.
Right. I gotta come home and take the food out.
Mrs. Deere, you coming up that late?
No, Miss Judge Lynn Toller, that is so... that is not true. That is not true. Let me tell you about this man. I will get in the kitchen, and I admit I don't know how to cook that well, but I attempt to cook. And if I make something and Montel doesn't necessarily like it, he will belittle and down me, and he'll say, "This is disgusting. I'll cook."
Now, Mr. Deere, did she try to cook? She just not very good at it?
But she tried probably one time.
Right.
The chicken was bleeding and
He's telling the story.
The rice don't be done. So I can't eat that. I can't eat that.
Do you guys argue all the time?
We do.
What do you argue about? I know the chicken was bloody.
Okay.
Or if there's no food at all, which, by the way, you have the right to have when you get home after a 10 to 12-hour day. You know, you need to show up.
But Montel treats me like a maid.
I'm not talking to you yet. Go ahead. Tell me what else you're arguing about.
She very disrespectful towards my grandmother and family and friends like that.
Disrespectful to you? So we had no food, bad food, not nice to grandma. What else you argue about?
When I come home, she want me to get my daughter, she'll say she off duty now.
So she doesn't hand you a plate, she hands you the kids.
Right, right.
Now, Mrs. Deere, when he comes home from a 12-hour day, do you not only not have dinner, but do you tell him you're off duty, he's got to take care of the kids?
Okay, it's 7 days in a week, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
4 of those days when Montel gets off work, he doesn't come to the house. He may return at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So yes, when he is there, I do tell him to spend time with our child. Yes. And if I'm wrong for that, then I will accept that.
When you do get off work, do you not come home so that your appearances are rare and therefore she hands you the children so you can bond with them?
I work 6 days a week. I just want 1 day to myself. That's all right. She can't even give me that. So.
What does to yourself entail?
Just to get away and just to clear my head, really.
What do you say the two of you argue about? Let me try it from that end.
Yes, ma'am. Montel says we argue because I nag, but I only nag because I care about him, and I truly believe that he's going down the wrong path.
What do you nag him about?
Some of his friends, they're not in relationships, they don't have kids, they're not married, so they don't understand how, for one, how to be a man, and 2, how to be a father. And Montel he kind of soaks up other people's personalities like he doesn't have a mind.
So
of
he's
his
hanging
own.
out with trifling people, and you afraid that he's going to be trifling too.
They're very trifling.
Is that what you guys argue about?
Yes.
Your friends and who they are and what
Right.
they're
You know,
doing?
she dislikes majority of my friends and family members too.
I understand what the thing is at home. Now I want to figure out why it is she doesn't get along with your family. So, Mr. Deere, why don't you tell me why it is your wife can't get along with your family?
Adrian have a terrible attitude and she's very disrespectful, especially toward like my family members and my grandmother.
Give me a story. Tell me what she's done once.
Okay, she tried to hit my grandmother. No! Yeah. She even cursed my grandmother out. She said, "Are you Montel?" She asked my grandmother.
Hey.
And you did it too. I see it in your face. Nah, Miss Judge Lynn told her, I'm completely honest with anything I've done. I don't remember. I honestly do not remember me trying to physically hit Montel's grandmother.
Did you cuss?
I did curse, ma'am. But let me tell you why.
It ain't no reason why. It ain't no excuses why. You gonna respect my grandmother, respect the daughter, man. You lucky you ain't get slapped, bro. You can get slapped for something like that. You not a part of it. Damn, they married. I was gonna say you not a part of the family, but man, your people is your people. My peoples is your peoples because we married. But damn, bro, how you gonna sit up there and cuss in front of grandma? That's just a respect thing. That's a respect thing. But y'all let me know how that work out. What if you in a relationship or a marriage and you really don't get along with grandma? You and grandma be having words. what if grandma called you oh, how you doing, baby? I see you bought that stinking trifling tramp again with you. What if she called you a couple tramps or a hoochie mama or something like that? And now you and grandma got beef. Still, I don't think you should be disrespected. Like, don't cuss at grandma, bro. That's grandma. She know better than that.
Everybody say you should respect your elders, but I don't think that's true at all because I feel like you should respect who respect you. Since day one, even when I first introduced my daughter to Montel's family, they always had these little sly, slick remarks like, she's too light-skinned to be his. Is that really Montel's daughter? I've always told him you can get a DNA test if you're unsure whether she's yours or not.
Has he ever questioned you?
No, ma'am.
Then what you bothering with the slick statements for? Why does that bother you?
Because they're always talking. Every time I turn around, that's not Montel's daughter. Why are you there with her? Like, why are you with Adrian?
Did they say that to your face?
They do. His grandmother has told me that on numerous occasions. Yes, I have disrespected her, but it's only because she's disrespected me first. She's disrespected my livelihood. She's disrespected...
How did she disrespect your livelihood?
By questioning my mothering skills. Yes, I'm young. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything about being a mom. I didn't have my mom, but I'm trying. And as an older woman, instead of belittling me, you should encourage me. You should actually try to put me underneath your wing and help me.
Do you want to know what Grandma said?
I would like to.
She says, I've tried to tell her that I loved her. I've showed her that I loved her. I tried to teach her to cook, but it didn't work out. She says you're mentally unstable. You need medication to calm you down. She says sometimes you're sweet as pie and other times you're just mean. She doesn't think that kid is his. I mean, she got a lot to say. Do you think she dips in too much? That's a lot.
I guess she's just showing how much she loved me and cared about me and just want me to.
Well, you know,
to say right
Go
decision.
ahead. What were you gonna say?
Okay, I'm sorry, but you know what? This an older woman. I know a lot of people may think I'm rude, may think I'm ugly for this, but at the end of the day, how you feel, you can feel that way. That's totally your prerogative. But since you're so negative when it comes to me and my child, just don't say anything to my child. Don't try to be involved in my child's life. And since you have so much to say about me, call me. And if you don't have my phone number, your opinion doesn't matter.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. I'm going to disagree with it in a little minute. But before I do, I want to talk about something that I think is very disturbing. Grandma says that you call the police on him when you argue for no reason. And I want to know if that's really happening. I'm going to get Mr. Deer's take first, because once I get on a train with you, we just out the station and gone. So, Mr. Deer, why don't you tell me, does she call the police on you when you argue? Or are you physical with her? What's going on?
No, I never hit Adrian.
Has she called the police on you?
Yes, she has.
How many calls were made? 1, 5,
About 6,
10?
7.
6 or 7 calls.
Right. There been time I leave the house, she'll call police and say I was a missing person.
I did that once because it was like 4 days before I actually seen Montel again.
Now, Mrs. Deer, would you call the police on him when you were having an argument?
Okay, now this.
That's a yes.
Oh yes, I do. But yeah. PSA to his grandmother and anybody else, Montel has been physical with me. Why his grandmother is always evaluating me and quote unquote my mental, whatever she tries to say, my mental health. She needs to evaluate herself and her immediate family because everything not all
I want to talk about specifically you and him.
This dude has kicked me out his car 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I did not know where I was. This dude has literally kicked me out his vehicle.
She done me like that also.
His grandmother has so much to say.
I put out the car before, yes. And she put me out before, too.
All late at night?
I had just bought my car.
Right.
And she threw all my important information, like my title tag and all that. She threw it down in the river somewhere.
What's that got to do with somebody creeping up on her and killing her?
I wasn't thinking about that part. I was just mad and I just...
How old are you people?
I'm 26.
What?
I'm 26.
How old are you?
23.
Are you running around on her?
No, ma'am.
Oh, well, now that's a yes.
I had, when it was just one time, she knew about it.
You
Just the
can't
one
get
time?
right.
Is that the one time I have feared these text messages?
That is so not true,
Or is that the one time you got caught? And that's all you willing to cop to?
The one time she knew about it. That's it. And then at
Language, young lady.
I know.
Language.
I'm sorry. I was woo.
At the time, we was on a break, matter of fact. So why would you say I'm cheating on you?
Do you see the messages? Don't even worry about what he talking about.
What messages? We was on a break, and she was saying she had a boyfriend.
I don't believe in breaks.
Right, okay.
I don't believe in them. That's just, we're mad at each other, so since we're mad, I'm going to do whatever I want to, label it a break, and then come home next week. That's not real.
It ain't no such thing as a break. I've been telling y'all that for the longest, bro. It's either you all the way in it or you not. And if you not, let the other person know, bro. Let her know or let him know. All of that, we breaking it. It's confusing. And then when you break and then you tie back together, now y'all got to talk about the shit that y'all done did while y'all was on the break. And then you going to need another break to get over that break. Then during that break, you breaking somebody off again.
Montel does that anyway, even if everything is going good between us.
Listen. I'm going to fuss at the two of you for the remainder of this proceeding. Let me tell you what you two children have done. And when I say children, I do mean children. What you've done is you got together and you liked each other and it was fun. 90 days in, you have unprotected sex and you created a life. And then what you did was you ran off like a 2-year-old because, I don't know what to do. So your decision was just to not talk to the guy that you didn't know who you had a baby with. Then when he finally caught you, you came back and you decided, well, we're going to get married. And he didn't want to get married. And now he's resentful that he's stuck with you, married to a woman he really didn't know, really wasn't ready to get married. And now this is where you are. Your response to his resentment is to be hysterical and undone all day long. You can't anger a man into your arms. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make him Ward Cleaver when he wasn't even ready to get married.
I'm trying to tell you, you cannot strong arm a dude and then trying to want you. I know y'all strong and y'all pop the kids out and y'all endure a lot and all of that, but listen, it ain't gonna work. If he don't like you and he don't want to be with you, you're not going to strong arm him to do it. It's just, it don't work. It does not work, bro. We have free will, and that's another thing. While I'm on the topic, bro, everybody had a free will to do whatever they want to do. If you're in a situation right now, if y'all could be watching this video right now, and you can look at him and be like, man, Undefeated look way better than you. I like his voice better than yours. He got more money than you. He treat women with more respect. He funnier, he more sure, he look better, all of that, bro. And then next thing you know, she getting up walking out because that's what she want to do. Or he can look over at you and be like, man, I'm good, man. Don't text me. I'm out. And roll out and go be with whoever. Everybody have free will, so at the end of the day, it's your decision of who you going to decide to lay down next to. And you got that decision. If this is not what it wanted, if it ain't what you want, bro, then dip. And it ain't to say, oh, at the first sign of, a hardship, you got to roll out. But when we start getting, into it with grandma and all of this, yeah, it might be time to roll.
And you too, you should have wrapped it up. And then you made a baby, and then neither one of you has decided to grow up at all. You have not skipped a desire that I'm not feeling good today, I'm not, to heck with the kids. I'm going to leave them home with their crazy mama and go out there and hug corners with my friends because, hey, that's what I feel like I'm doing. I've worked 10 to 12 hours a day. That's all I'm going to contribute to this relationship. And then instead of saying, man, let me make this a home this brother wants to come home to, you coming out, you can't taking them long nails and you poking and digging. He disrespected me, talking about your grandmother. It's just killing me. Your children don't have a shot. They don't have a shot. You don't have any extra money. You throwing his paperwork out the door. That's the reaction of a 2-year-old. You are a grown woman. You have a conversation with this man. You don't throw his stuff out the window. You have a home that he wants to come home to. You don't make it a place where he's nagging and and this is disrespecting me because, you haven't earned her respect. You showed up, knocked up, reeled him in, and then what'd you do? Home all day with the kids, can't cook a meal? I mean, I can't cook, but I paid the mortgage. Everybody got to do their part. No matter what that part is, you not bringing home the money, you learn how to get that stuff done. And don't be childish. You with me?
Yes, ma'am.
And you need to be a man.
You're right.
You need to show some leadership in your home. You need to set an example. You need to stay home. What do you got, boys or girls?
A boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl. Oh, yeah. You know how much work you got ahead of you? Your daughter is going to marry you one day. You want this for her?
No, man.
She's going to see that you should expect no love and care from your man. Your man ain't going to do that. That's what she's going to come away with. She's going to come away with you. I should be hysterical and screaming all day because that's what women do. Is this the lesson you want them to learn?
No.
No.
Good Lord.
She preaching, bro. Them children, they taking it in. I know y'all heard the expression, children are like sponges, bro. They taking it in. Even the way mommy and daddy act, and they taking that away too. They taking away the language that you use. They taking away that you act. They taking away your mannerism. They taking away your habits. A lot of it, bro. A lot of it, bro. And both of them wrong. And then it look like they both know. It look like she hit home with both of them, but come on now. We got to pick it up. We got to pick it up because, man, time don't stop. Time waits for no man. Baby girl might be 4 now. Next thing you look up, she's 7. Little man that just turned 8.5 or something, bro. That time don't waste around. Don't wait around. My bad.
What I want you to do is leave here today and decide that you're going to behave like adults. That you're not going to do whatever you feel like at the time, but you're going to do whatever you want to model for your children one day. Don't worry about grandma. You know what I mean? You can talk about me all day long. My husband's mother, father, anybody can talk about me. I don't care. I got the brother. He comes running home at night. And he ain't going nowhere because I make sure he don't go nowhere because he don't want to go nowhere. I mean, talk about power. Level up, my people, level up. We will not have a generation of people following you that have any sense whatsoever. They will not be able, capable, or emotionally set. They will not be stable because you didn't set the example. Do better. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you.
Got a little heated in there before. What's your take on Judge Lynn's assessment and what she had to say?
I like the fact that she told Adrian to step up and be a mom and start growing up.
I am a tad bit childish, but I just love this person. And if I'm childish for wanting him to love me in return, then I'll be that.
Adrian said she was taking judge advice, trying to be more mature. She said she's learning how to cook. He says that he doesn't know where they'll end up, but he is trying to do his part. That's all we can do. Man, she wanted to smoke. She wanted to smoke with grandma. I mean, but that's how they be, but I don't like it. I don't like it. But if you know women, you done been around women, they get all women get catty. All women get catty at some point in time, but excuse me, it's always the respect thing. It's always the respect factor. Now, instead of at the table when y'all try and bless the food, you talking about grandma and her slip and slide wig or something like that, and she talking about you with your fake lace friend or whatever the case may be. Now that's just inappropriate. That's inappropriate. We ain't got to go there. But you and grandma, you know, like she said, if you got my number, call her up, or, you know, while the greens is cooking, come here, baby, let me holler at you about this. She said she tried to teach her how to cook. She tried to teach her how to cook. I don't think grandma had no reason to lie. I don't think she had no reason to lie. And to be honest with you, bro, it's not even up to grandma. Her input is like, okay, I get it from your perspective, grandma. I get what you're trying to say, but y'all see this on my hand? Man, I'm trying to do damn home improvement that messed up mine. It's cool. But yeah, it ain't up to grandma. Grandma ain't gonna have to sleep with her. Grandma don't have to raise them children with her. Grandma don't have to go to the market when she's sick, or grandma don't gotta, you know, help her. You know, the little pregnant waddle, how they be walking. Grandma don't gotta do none of that, bro. That's up to you. And I get what the judge was saying. And guys, bro, we do get what's the word I'm looking for? We are guilty of that. We more guilty of that than we would like to admit. What's up with my joint, bro? Yeah, we're a lot more guilty than we would like to admit, bro. And I say all that to say, again, it's not up to grandma to make that decision. You gotta let them know, like, hey, listen, you know, this is my girl. I get that y'all might not like her, but y'all gotta respect her. All right, it might be a situation where she go to her family house and I go to my family house. Maybe that's going to have to be the dynamic. I don't think that's what's best for the child, but if they beefing like that, y'all let me know what y'all think, because it seems like, man, relationships can get complicated, but then when you start bringing in family and all of this other stuff, that's when the shit just get outrageous. Like, it just go to a whole different level. You can't sit up here. Don't cuss out you cuss out my grandmother. That's the last, man. No, my grandmother fire on you. Stop playing with granny, man, for real. But what else outside of that? Did bro get? I think yeah, he was cheating. He got out of that cheating shit smooth. They ain't really investigate his background. He lied too. Yeah, you ever been cheating on her? No? Yeah, that's a lie. How many times you cheat on her? I seen, it was just the one time that she knew about? Yeah, just the one time she knew about. Yeah, the one that she knew about. What about the other 13? Or allegedly, bro. That's allegedly. So yeah, he was definitely out there cheating. You see what I'm saying? It's just like a tornado spinning towards a disaster. And sometimes for some people it worked. The motto, the theme of this month has been whatever worked for you, whatever worked for y'all, then that's what y'all do. But yeah, I just don't see it ended up being too good. But hopefully, I think they, sounding like they at the end wanted to patch some things up and get some things together. I always say, bro, families, keep the family together. If y'all in a space where y'all can, make it work or maybe hit the reset button, and I'm talking about reset, like, all right, you go to the park, and you go to one end of the park, I'm gonna go to the other end of the park. You walk through the park, I walk through the park. I meet you, find you, I come over. Hey, excuse me, I think you dropped your book. Or yeah, hey, excuse you, whatever you got to do to get our attention, and just start off and go from there, bro. And it's easier said than done because we don't heal from past experiences. That black eye gonna heal, but them internals, that's gonna stick with us. So I don't know, but hopefully everything do work out. Cause like the judge said, they have children together, and the children looking at that example. You don't want your daughter to see your father or want a dude that only come home on Sunday and only without, bro. Spend time with your daughter, man. This nigga's a shout out to the dads, man. Like the video if you're a dad right now. Like the video or do something. But yeah, bro. Spend time with your kids. You don't want your daughter to, like she said, get the vision of her relationship being a guy who only come home on Sunday, don't want to spend time with her, whatever. And the same thing for her. You don't want your daughter to be like, oh, well, when he don't come home, I cause whatever. It may seem like it's far-fetched. It seems like it's far-fetched, but I'm telling y'all, that time waits for no man, and children are like sponges. They absorb a lot from us. They get a lot from us, so we got to be careful with the example that we set. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that video. GTG, the family as always is love, and we out.